Hey, welcome back to Gavin Chance's Farm. And last night, we got a little bit of snow. So, it's time to come out here for morning chores. It's like 7:40, but yet, it's not even really that light out. You know, all the animals are probably like, we're hungry. It's time for you to let us go outside. My cows. I don't see any of them around the hay bale except for, I think there was one baby in the hay. Maybe both of them. Door was frozen shut. So, come in here. And their crazy weather past few days it'd be like 50 and then now it's below freezing. Then of course, you know, you're trying to put food down in the bowl and they don't want to get out of the way long enough for you to give them food. And I got this one little bowl left. There we go. I got one female cat in here. She tends to like to haul the whole bowl to herself. What are you doing, Fluffy? If I'm not in here feeding, he will not come up to any of us to be petted. For some reason, this is the only place I think he feels comfortable with me petting him. He knows I'm the one that usually is giving them food. But he is one of the very first kittens that we had. We had an all black cat, kind of like all the other ones you see. And then this one right here, except for the mom to her, wasn't the long hair. She was more short-haired and a little bit different pattern, but same color. But both of the two original moms are gone. I had no idea where they went. So, which is gonna happen on a farm. Hold on, hot chocolate. I'm getting you some food. There's always that fine line of getting, or when you get farm animals, especially cats for the barn, that at some point they're gonna come up missing, or something's gonna, happen to them. Just living out in the country, they would have gotten ate by some coyotes, or at one time we had a bald eagle coming around here. So I think it was, or it had a nest somewhere close, and that's what she fed her babies. It's just I guess the way of life. Got Chocolate some food, and we'll go feed her. Make sure this gate's shut, because she normally wants to come out of her stall and move around. You gonna say hi? Yeah, you smell your... hopefully this door isn't. This door's always hard to open, but come on. Come on. She still had plenty of grain left from last night, so I just gave her some alfalfa pellets and her it's got probiotics and a goat treat. Where you going, silly goose? Huh? Come here. Well, come here. Come on. We'll be having to check her coming back in heat on the 3rd. That is the targeted date that we got to check her to see if she comes back in heat. And if she doesn't, that's a sign that she's been bred. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's what has happened, and we will have babies come May. Come on, you gotta go back. Come on, you gotta go back in your stall. The cows are wanting their alfalfa pellets. Come here. Gotcha. All right, get in there. All right, go get the cows. All right, let's see if I can get this done with one hand. I'm gonna turn the charger off. Definitely don't want to get shocked. It doesn't feel too good. This one is a 13 joule output, and we only got it on half mode, and it still hurts. I'll tell you a funny story. I can't remember though if it was on full mode or half mode, but we was back checking the fences, and because the charger was showing that there was some kind of sign of it not working properly, and so we go and walk the fence line, and we get back on the back end of the property, and we have deer here, so when they jump the fence, sometimes they get their feet caught up in the hot wire, which then causes it to malfunction. So we get out to the spot, and Tony has a insulator that we found off on the ground, and a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, wait a minute, I gotta tell a story real quick and then I'll come out. And we forgot to turn the charger off, so he's out there in the back corner trying to put this insulator on without getting shocked, and he accidentally hit the screwdriver on the wire, and at that time it pulsed in that area and it got him, and he said a few cuss words and then threw the screwdriver up in the air because that's just the way his hands went. And of course, give it the time frame was fall, so all the leaves was on the ground and they were nice and brown, and the screwdriver handle was wooden and it was brown. And so of course he's like, I have no idea where it went. When it hit me, my hands just went straight up in the air, and it could be anywhere. So it took us, I think, maybe a half an hour to end up finding that screwdriver. So here's a tip. When you're going to check fences, make sure you turn your charger off before you attempt to put the wire back on the insulator. I'm gonna go feed the cows real quick and I'll come back. All right, I'm back. They're out there enjoying their alfalfa cubes, but as you can see out here, there's not enough snow on the ground, and I know the girls are gonna be heartbroken because that's all they've wanted to do since it's turned cold, was to have enough snow on the ground to be able to take a nice sled ride pulled behind the tractor. But that's not going to happen today unless we happen by chance to get a little bit more snow, but I don't see that happening. Maybe eventually in 2021 it will snow a little bit. So they're hoping. All right. Get everybody shut back, locked up, charger turned back on so we don't have any cows out, which the only place that we've ever had any cows out, they've been in the temporary fences, and we have the perimeter fence around the property, so it's not like we haven't had to chase them around outside of the fence. Now, when we had horses, there was a couple times that we had them come out, but it wasn't that hard to get them back in because they knew what a bucket full of feed was, so all you had to do is jangle that a little bit and let them hear the food and they'd come back to you. This is funny. The heated bowl for the cat's water is empty. They must have emptied it overnight, or the girls forgot to put water in it, but I think that cat's getting a little warm in his booty. So let's get some water for them. And then one last thing I have to do is get some scratch green for the chickens, and morning chores is done. Oh, and I gotta get some hay for hot chocolate. Her water was still good. Come back here. Not for sure if the chickens will even go outside, but maybe when the sun happens to come up a little, oh, excuse me, better today, they will. But maybe if I can coax them out with some of this scratch grain. Those that haven't watched our videos before, we store all of our animal feed in these barrels. They're 55-gallon drums. Oops. And I'll set you down right here. Hopefully you won't fall too bad while I try and get the lid off. But they're food grade, but 55-gallon barrels. That has had something in the past. These all came from, I think, red gold. And they've stored some type of something, whatever the red gold keeps in them. Whether it's the tomatoes or whatever other stuff they have. And all we do is we just wash them out real good. And then if we buy, like the chickens, the scratch grain is in bags, so the cat food is in bags. We just stick that whole bag in these barrels, and it helps keep the mice and other insects and whatever else that will get into your animal feed. So we'll go out here and give the chickens their scratch grain. but like the goat's feed that we get from the elevator. They put it in bags so we can bring it home easier, but then we just dump those bags in the barrel. Well, we got one chicken out here, so maybe they'll come out here later. All right, go back in here and put this back up, and I'll be done for the morning chores. Now we'll come back out here later because with it being cold again, we had to take the automatic water off of the cattle tank. So we'll have to come out here and check on them to make sure that they still have water, because they depend on the water when it's cold too. That helps keep them warm, along with, you know, the hay that they eat. All right. Oop, block the camera view. Well, thank you for coming along with me doing my morning chores, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you also like it, please share with all your friends and family. We're trying to build our channel up and need those subscribers. And thank you for all the new. I noticed this morning we had 2 more new ones, and we've also had a few others throughout this week, so thank you. Hope you're enjoying the content, and don't forget to share with your friends and family. And if you have any questions on what we do, leave those down below in the comments, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.